Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Midori's Midnight Sessions Season 3! So, as you all know, we have had quite a ride just this season alone. And the ride was really, really bumpy, and I mean bumpy as hell. And just when I thought things were like bad as it is, it just took a turn for the worse. So here's the catch. I haven't really told anyone yet that I am going to go back to writing my thesis, which is something that I haven't done in a while. And the reason for that is because if you remember the past episodes, it was just really overwhelming for me. Like, all these projects have been really, really taxing and time consuming. And I thought if I balance that with my thesis writing and my narrative report writing and the seminar and the documentary and all the other shenanigans that we have to accomplish by the final semester, I thought, nah. And I've honestly not felt like things have really slowed down since the last year. And, you know, it's really a matter of trying to, like, compromise between having to do one thing and having to, like, sacrifice the other. And I had it wrong. Like, I had it wrong the entire time that I thought that I enrolled. Because I enrolled under the wrong advisor. It wasn't supposed to happen. And I literally did not know who the advisor was gonna be. So this was for my internship, and now I would have to, like, talk to him again, like, blah 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 and whatnot. Like, that's awkward. That is awkward as hell. And you pretty much know why if you listen to the older episodes of this podcast. And the tension between Chai and I have come to a head. And I don't know. But another thing about this is that I haven't really visited school at all since the beginning of the year. The beginning of this year, I haven't really gone to school much. Like, outside of classes, outside of required attendances, I never really went to school. And that's because being there was really, I think, triggering me a lot. Like, I just don't like being there. And I don't know, it just feels like I can't be there without probably, like, raging or crying or whole bunch of emotions in between. So I thought, like, okay, let's not expose myself to such triggers. And that's why I haven't been to school outside of, you know, classes and, as I said, required meetings that I have to attend. And so, like, last Sunday, as of recording this episode, so my so my professor, like, messages me, and I was just like, okay, like, blah blah blah, and I'm like, we just talk about the OJT, but the one But the one part that I was like really pissed about was her saying that my studies are at stake and I think like that. And I'm like, just think to myself, what the actual fuck are you saying? Like, what? It was just like, wow, the absolute audacity to say something like that when I have been thinking about it every single fucking day. And I was like, girl, we better not talk about this. Like, please. I get it, I understand, but I don't want to go off because I already did that and I don't want it to happen a second time. Because I don't like going off on people. I don't like it when I would have to resort to just really raising my voice and trying to get my point across. I'm not that kind of person. But that was when I was like, no, 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 no. When she said that, I was really, really, like, genuinely... I was gobsmacked. I was... Like, that just really got my blood boiling. And I said to myself... I said to her, no, we're not gonna talk about that. I'm afraid. Let's leave it at that. Like, can we just not talk about it and leave it at that? Please. Because the part that I was scared about is I go off on you and things just come to a head. And that's already happened the other day. And I feel guilty about it. Every single day. Do you know? But of course, it's just gonna be grades that matters. I'm like, girl! Like, you can imagine how really frustrated I was. Like, do you know why I really don't want to, like, talk to you about this? Even if I tried, because I'm afraid I might really go off. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose it, like I did with Jaya, as you know, in the previous episodes. And then yesterday, as of recording this, Yayoi checks in and, like, she says, "Hi, how are you?" I'm like, do you want the summary or do you want the long story? It's like, I don't know. Like, she was just like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And I'm like, blink twice if you need help. Blink twice, please, cause why does it feel like somebody's telling you to check in? Why does it feel like it's forced? And I was just like, oh, do you want the summary or do you want the long story? And she was just like laughing and I'm like, no. Do you think I'm joking right now? I really wish I was joking right now, but how the hell? How the hell? Just how the hell? And then I just, like, sent a gif. Like, she asked me about my internship and I was just like, I just sent a gif of Olivia Benson in season 24, episode 11, I think. Of the scene where she was shouting after she sees the rape tree. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So I just sent that gif, and she just laughed. And I was just like, oh, that's my consolation. Thank you very much! Thank you very much! I was just like... I can't... God, I can't believe this is happening. Like... Oh, like, oh, that's life. And I'm like, I know that's life. I know it all too well, okay? I know it too well, and I've been through that this year alone. So, don't say that to me. And then she messaged me earlier today, and she was like, oh, how do you mean by that tweet? And I'm like, I didn't send this, but like, what tweet? What exact tweet? Because I have like 54,000 tweets. And so I jokingly said, like, goodbye people. It has been nice knowing you. I just got outed. And then she unsends the message. And I was like, you happy now? Are you really happy now? Because I sent like a lot of tweets related to the situation. And I just think like... I just think like... I don't really have anyone on my side, do I? Like, she's technically the Finn Tutuola to my Olivia Benson, but... I don't know, I'm kind of getting more of a Declan Murphy vibe. Or she's just there when needed. I don't know, like, girl. What am I supposed to tell you? That it's been shit? Like, do you really want me to tell you that? Do you really want me to tell you that? Because it's been really, really shit. And but you know that. You know that. And I know you don't even care, so I'm just gonna, like, build walls around me. Try not to, you know, like... Try to be okay. But not really, like, try to be okay. It's just that... I couldn't trust anyone. Like, I think after I got ditched, like, I kind of lost trust, basically, even with the IOE. I mean, I've confided in her a couple of times before. But at the same time, it's just that I'm kind of grateful that she lets me, you know, do my own thing, whatever. I just have to, like... But at the same time, I think to myself, when's she gonna be a little stricter with me? You know, like... I haven't graduated yet. I know. That kind of thing. I don't even want to try to pretend that I'm okay, because it hasn't been for a while. I'm just really, really good at trying to ignore that kind of emotion. That, like, I'm just good at putting it aside. But it's been really in the spotlight for some time now, and like, after especially this situation last Sunday, I just feel like I couldn't trust anyone. I couldn't believe anyone. I told Chaya, if you remember, I told Chaya I just thought I could not believe him at that point. Like, right now, I don't believe him right now. Maybe it's self-sabotage, but like, just with how many people have, like, been dropping like flies on my thesis team, I only have 2 people left, remember? And I think, God, how the fuck am I supposed to trust that you would stay? You would, like, even my own, even my own best friend couldn't stay. Like, no matter how much he tried to, like, reassure me that, oh, you're gonna graduate this year, I'm sure of it. I feel like he's saying a lie. I feel like he's lying to my face. Because of what happened, like, with how just really, really slow he's been replying recently, and I just think, like, God. How am I supposed to believe you? Are you? Like, if you remember, he said to me, we're okay. And I'm like, are we? And with this, like, I just couldn't trust anyone. I feel like I couldn't trust anyone. After all that's happened. Am I wrong? Probably. But I mean, I lost my technical critic. Like, he's the other half of the main trifecta. He's the other half of the main trifecta. And he just... Pff, he did a Carisi on me. Can you... Like, can you blame me for not trusting people right now? Like, that's why I don't tell... That's why I haven't really told anyone about my thesis or my narrative or anything like that. Because holy fuck, I don't know who to believe anymore. It's like a war. But the thing is, it's really you. Like, you're fighting alone against a million other things that, you know, like in in Valorant or any other FPS, it's like a 1v5, you know? Like, everybody's dead. And you're the last person standing. And there are still 5 people on the other team. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. Like, you're trying to get an ace, you know? But you're on your own. Like, have I always been on my own? They're just really guiding me, right? I mean, technically, yes, I'm on my own, but sometimes I need, like, a little shoulder to lean on. To make me feel like, oh, I'm not really alone in this after all. Like, you just really want that. You just really want people to listen. But when it feels like they're dismissing your struggles or they're just laughing at it, how are you supposed to, like, tell them that you just really want some kind of a shoulder? You just really want somebody to, you know, like, talk to, I guess, about the whole mess that is this thesis. Right? Like, like, what should I say? Like, do you want me to... Do you want me to not fake it? Do you want me to try to, you know, like, make it to ignore my situation right now? Like, it's just really frustrating at the moment that really all I wanted was just a guy that I could talk to, somebody I could talk to, be a little casual about it, like, someone who would reach out and someone who would listen, not laugh about what you're feeling, not dismiss what you're feeling. And now that I think about it, speaking of dismissing, that's what I felt when I saw that reply. It felt really dismissive. It felt really invalidating. It's like, I don't care what you're feeling right now. You're gonna have to accomplish this. I know. I'm aware. So stop shoving it in my face. Because I know I have to do something. I just don't know what, and I just don't know how. Like, do you really think I am some kind of an all-knowing God who knows everything that she has to do in order to pass? No. I'm human. Okay, I'm human. Like, I respect you a lot, but holy shit, that was just dismissive as hell. That was just, like, that was just utterly ridiculous coming from somebody who is my department chair, who's supposed to care about her students, but she doesn't know how. I can do a drop. I don't care. I could retake the subject again. But the question right now is, I'm not even in the right headspace to do the narrative report. Can you blame me? I haven't been in the right headspace for a while. And it's hard to ignore that. I've been really burnt out. I'm just trying to, like, you know, push through a little bit further so I could get that degree or something. Like, it's been incredibly frustrating just having no one on your side. I just think, like, are you really on my side? Are you really, like... Because at this point, I really don't buy anything at all. I really want to, you know, like, believe what they're saying. Especially what Chihaya's saying. But I'm at a point where I don't really know what to believe. I don't really know what to feel. I don't really know what to do. I'm just at a loss. Like, I'm running in circles constantly. And they don't realize that because I don't know what they I mean, they have their own thing. They got their own shit to deal with. It's not like mine matters, right? It's not like the things that I have problems with matters. Like, look, I get it, man. I get it, I really do, but I just think I've thought the other day, until when? The story is that you're really just standing in that empty space and you don't know how to survive, you don't know what to do. Like, it's just like a desert and you're traveling alone in that desert, trying to get by each day, trying to like consume as little water as you could. I know I've like referenced a lot of analogies and just in this single episode, but that's how it feels really. And I'm not ignoring my feelings ever again, because I learned it the hard way. I learned it the hard way during my sophomore year. That's why I stopped. That's why I took a gap year. Even though I didn't really want to, I have to listen to my body. I have to listen to myself so I could take care of myself. It's not really like self-love, that kind of thing. It's really just because it's reached its limit. You know, like, and you can't do anything about it but to just shut down the battery, recharge it. And if they don't get it, like, if they don't get it, then don't you dare be part of the celebration when I finally achieve what I am set to do. And especially like in that final defense, don't you ever dare celebrate with me. Like, you were part of this. You played a part in the war that I have to fight myself. And that is this week's episode of Midori's Midnight Sessions. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned a lesson. Not trust anybody. And I'll see you next time.